It's noon here in Ventnor City, New Jersey, and our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And this is CarEdge Live for Wednesday, August 25th. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. There's a name change going on. Yes, Ray and Zach will be here, but really, we're CarEdge Live with your host, me, Ray, and that other guy, Zach. And maybe some other day, Zach won't be here or I won't, but it's CarEdge Live, ladies and gentlemen.
We got a name change a brewing, folks. You'll see the channel updated soon. CarEdge Live brought to you by CarEdge.com. Again, the company my dad and I started 4.5. In December, it'll be 5 years. So we're getting closer and closer every day. CarEdge.com. We got the car search, buying a car. We have a car buying service as well as a leasing service. Just tell us what you want. We go do all the hard work for you. The car buying tools. That's CarEdge Insights. You can take a peek at that. If you need to sell a vehicle, let us help. Warranty products, currently $150 off. Research, everything under that is 100% free. We are wearing collared shirts today because the news is important, folks. We're going to start with Ford. Ford cancels 3-row EVs, delays next-gen electric pickup in $1.9 billion, with a B, $1.9 billion strategy shift. Ford is instead pivoting to smaller, more affordable EVs, including a midsize pickup coming in 2027. Dad, I think we rubbed off on Ford a little bit. What do you think?
Either we rubbed off on Ford or the buying public has rubbed off on Ford, and the buying public has said in as nice a way as possible, we don't want the crap you're planning on building. Would you please build the crap we want? And so finally, Ford is listening, except for perhaps that 4-door off-road Mustang that nobody's clamoring for. But yes, Ford is well, reading the tea leaves a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, they're saying that, yes, EV sales are steady, but they're not moving as rapidly as originally intended or thought that they would be. So the speed, the conversion to all battery electric vehicles, while still having forward movement, is at a much slower pace than what they had expected. And so they're thinking to themselves, we should build some stuff people actually want to buy. Hybrids. People keep talking about hybrids.
One second, Bob.
What?
Before we go too far down the hybrid path, can we do what I love to do, which is quantify the situation?
I love when we quantify. I live to quantify.
I'm going to the car search, baby. And here we go. Ford. We're going to only look at new ones, and then we're going to come all the way down here, engine and drivetrain. We want to look at electronic. All right, Dad, we've got 23,307 new electric Fords for sale nationwide. First one here, we're in Prosper, Texas today, folks. Let's do it. An $80,000 Ford F-150 Lightning. I'm opening that in a new tab, and we'll start here with a 2024 Ford Mustang Mach-E. Again, we know that the invoice price on these electric vehicles, the dealer doesn't make money. All right. You can see the invoice price here is pretty much the MSRP.
There's $390 profit built into that bad boy.
The 2025 Ford Mustang Mach-E in Prosper, Texas only has a 180-day supply. And I'm not being facetious, Dad, when I say only, because that's actually pretty low. 16 for sale, 4 have sold in the last 45 days. Humor me for a moment here. Let's find one of those new 2025s. Come on, baby. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, my gosh. There's still 2023s on the dealer lot. Another 20. Oh, my God. A $95,000 2023 Ford F-150 Lightning. Oh, there's a surprising number of 2023 F-150 Lightnings. Holy cow.
Yeah, and you know what's surprising about that?
What's surprising about that?
The dealers have been sitting on them for a year and a half.
215 days for this one, only 35 days for that one, 38 days, 215 days. All right, I'm just going to the year filter. Give me a second here, Dad.
We're you know, as this new channel, CarEdge Live, proving that we are live, ladies and gentlemen.
There are none. There are no 2025s yet. Okay, that makes sense because we know Ford has withheld sending new shipments of vehicles because there's too many. So there you go. But let's look at that F-150 really quickly. Drum roll, 180-day supply. So there you go, actually, Dad. Prosper,
Well, that,
Texas, baby.
yeah, well,
EV
it's only
Mecca.
180-day supply because there's only 8 available. Okay,
EV
and it's
Mecca,
going to
Dad.
take
EV Mecca.
yeah, but it's going to take 6 months to sell those 8 cars or the 8. It's not like there's a lot of them.
Yep.
Okay, that's let's see if we can do the math. That's like 1 1/3 vehicle or 1 1/4 vehicle every month.
Well,
The hard part is selling the quarter of a vehicle. Okay, not the whole one. I mean that still indicates that the market for that price of vehicle just isn't really there. And so Ford looking at some of this stuff and saying, you know what, the market's not really there, but people are clamoring, if not for a 4-door off-road Mustang, for hybrids
yeah.
and less expensive stuff. And Ford saying, well, let's shift and build hybrids and less expensive stuff, more affordable stuff. You know, and it's not like Ford hasn't been making money. They're not making money in the electric division, but they're making money in their commercial division and they're making money in their ICE division. And they can see the handwriting on the wall at the moment that, you know, full battery electric, that's probably a few years further down the road than what everybody thought.
All right, Dad, I want to pull up the article. Ford Motor Company is shifting again their electronification strategy, canceling that 3-row EV and delaying the next full-size electric pickup by 18 months. Again, we just looked at it. Why would you delay that? You've got 2023 still on the lot. Yeah.
May I say one thing? This is not as big a shift as when Ford went from you have to be a certified EV dealer at the highest level with the largest investment in EV chargers and things of that nature in order to even sell EVs to get more than 25 a year. And many dealers signed up for it. And then dealers started backing out. So Ford went from a program that said, you're either going to invest $1 million and get all the EVs you want, or you're not getting more than 25 to, you don't have to invest a dime. Just say you'll take the damn things from us.
Ford was the most aggressive in their push towards electrification, and now they're being, I mean, appropriately so, reactive, Dad.
Yeah, well, that's the problem in the car business for the most part.
Oh, dude, it's not just car business, Dad. That's life,
well, that's the business we talk about. Okay, so from my perspective, from having spent 43 years on the retail side of things, dealerships tend to be reactive, not proactive. Where did the dealers learn that from? Apparently from the manufacturers, because the manufacturers are reactive, not proactive. And when they try to be proactive, like Ford did, and say, "Hey, you want to be Ford EV? Okay, you got to invest." You know, they backed off of that in a year and a half.
Let me keep going through here, Pops. We've got another reactive story from Stellantis demonstrating how broken they are at the moment as well. The automaker on August 21st said the changes to its plans could cost up to $1.9 billion, including a $400 million non-cash charge related to canceling the crossovers that it previously had postponed from 2025. So there you go, folks. Ford is entirely in reset mode when it comes to their strategy and how they think their business is going to make money. Another business that is struggling at the moment would be Stellantis.
Before you do, could you do me one small favor? Could you grow this company enough so that we can, I don't know, piss away $1.9 billion and continue to operate and continue to be a viable business? Could you figure out how to do that, please? Because apparently there are people out there who have figured that out. And not only have they figured it out, but they get rewarded compensation-wise very nicely for having figured out how to still be profitable after pissing away $1.9 billion. Okay, 1.9 billion. We don't have $1.99 to piss away. 9 billion. Help me here. Grow this damn thing.
Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares to visit U.S. to create plan to reverse lagging profit. Report says Tavares will meet with top line managers before formulating a strategy to fix the automaker's North American business. Talk about being reactive instead of proactive.
Yes.
Stellantis, for what it's worth, folks, let's spend a moment over here back on the CarEdge car search. They are the brand. We can look at it. We'll do it all together. Let's go just look at Dodge inventory nationwide. Right now, there's 42,677 brand new Dodge vehicles, which is a brand owned by Stellantis. And yes, Drew is 100% spot on. Thank you, Drew. Our daily reminder that Stellantis is screwed. They are the gift that keeps on giving, Drew. We don't choose the headlines. The headlines come to us. Dad, let me show you here. 2023 Dodge Challenger, 2023 Dodge Durango, 2023 Dodge Durango, 2024 Hornet. There you go, the slowest selling car in the United States.
Go back to that $109,000 Durango.
Just look at this inventory. It's all 2023s with the 2024 Dodge Hornet sprinkled in. I mean, this is absurd.
Yeah. And you know what they might tell Carlos Tavares?
We're screwed.
No, if you'd like to survive your trip to America, you might go back to Europe. You might just want to get back on that corporate jet and head back to Europe. Because if the CDJR dealers get an opportunity to get their hands anywhere near his throat, he is a dead man, in my opinion. And I'm not suggesting for a moment that anybody should go out there and take that poor man's life. Well, he's not.
Dad, don't say that. No,
I'm not. But what I'm saying is that if he were to meet with the dealers, and if he were really interested in what the dealers would have to say, he'd hide under the table because he's not going to like what he hears. And if he were to meet with dealers, and if the dealers had a spine and not be concerned with what they say to him, they would tell him the truth. And the truth is that he is killing their business, okay, and kind of sort of doing nothing about it. And now he's going to come in at the last minute and try and save what's going on in North America when he has spent the last 2 or 3 years pooping on what's going on in America in North. It's just, I don't know that if he were to actually hear the truth, that he'd be able to listen to it all.
Totally agree. I think you're spot on. I think this trip over is a year and a half late. And it's going to be very, very difficult. And again, it's very reactive.
It's going to be very contentious.
I'm going to double down that. I want to just make a comment here. I never want us to talk about people getting killed on this channel ever again. I don't like that. That did not sit well with me. So I'm just letting you know. I don't like that.
Okay. I'm not advocating that anybody kills anybody. I'm just saying, not literally, but figuratively, they would have his head. Figuratively, not literally.
Doubling down on what I just said, we should double down not to do. Love that for you, Dad. All right, that's here.
The kind of guy I am.
Really freaking great, man. Love that. We've got from Dreadnought. What is the Las Vegas CarEdge concert date? I don't think we have a Las Vegas.
But we should. We should. We know for a fact that Las Vegas is lovely in the winter. It's much lovelier there than here in the winter. Now I'm not saying we have to wait till the winter, but maybe I don't know, a weekend in Vegas in October. A nice time of year, hang out at the Sphere, maybe have a concert or a sit down with some folks, a meet and greet. I'm in. I think we need to get stuff like this on the calendar.
More power to you if you want to plan it. Pops to work with Brian. We've got here, Dad, another story.
Yes.
Mercedes S-Class production reduced to one shift on slow demand. So it's not just. Also, I read the chat, gang. If you really disagree with me taking a stand on something, check yourself in the mirror. I'm opinionated. I can be opinionated to my dad. He's an adult. He can listen to it. He can dish it back. Come on. Respect me a little bit. I'm taking a stand on something that I didn't like, and I'm saying to my dad, he dishes it back. We move on in life. Yeah. Stop calling me a snowflake. I'm not a snowflake. I'm opinionated.
Yeah, and if I may say, not to defend you, but damn it, Zach's entitled to his opinion.
Thank you.
Like you folks are entitled to yours. Now, just because you might disagree with him or I might disagree with him, doesn't mean that I don't agree with them on most of the stuff we say, because we
snowflake adjacent. If you want to say I'm snowflake adjacent, good with that, but not snowflake. All right, let's keep it moving. Come on, gang. Come on. All right, we've got that. Mercedes demonstrating the same challenges as Stellantis, as Ford, as others. I mean, look at that, man. Look at that. It's not just happening, with big pickup trucks. It's happening with the freaking S-Class, with the vehicle that even the most, wealthy people in the United States drive.
Yeah, but how many S-Classes do they sell a year to begin with?
Let's go to the car search. Let's see what the market conditions are for the S-Class.
And the fact that S-Class that you could buy this year will be worth approximately 55% of what you paid for it next year. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Look how expensive they are.
Well, not the Maybach.
Jeez, Louise.
That's
All right, let's click on this first one.
A regular S-Class, not a Maybach.
Only a 77-day supply. So there you go.
Well, how many of them are there?
65 for sale, 38 have sold.
No, how many of them are there in the country?
All right.
In the non-Maybach.
Let me go to trim real quick. I don't know. There's so many trims, man. Let's just do the 580 because that's like there's 1,500.
Okay, so it's not that many to begin with. It's not, how many shifts do you need for that?
Yeah.
My guess is that. Well, I don't. I was going to say. I bet you they sell a lot of them in China, but I take that back because China is so EV centric at the moment that maybe they don't anymore. Potentially,
yeah. But I think it is another demonstration, Dad, of hey, what's going on in the market, which is people are not buying cars right now. And I've got another data point that corroborates that before we do from Baron of Gray Matter. Thank you, Baron. Ray, people like classic cars. Why doesn't Ford and all the other automakers make classic cars with current hybrid technology? They would make a killing figuratively.
Yeah. They they probably would. Didn't
Hyundai come out with that, like a concept car that looked old school retro, but it was brand new inside? Didn't that happen last year?
I don't know. I don't pay any attention to the car business. No, I mean, I don't. No, I'm kidding. Listen, they have harkened back to the days of their classics many, many times. Should they? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Why not? If what I think they should. If it were me, and it was GM or Chevrolet. You sitting down for this? I'd bring back the damn El Camino.
Really?
Absolutely. Whether or not people would really use it as it was intended, and that the El Camino was like, well, had a bed behind the. It's kind of like a pickup truck, but it's not because it's not a. It's just one body.
Yeah.
But damn, they were good looking. Yeah. They served a purpose for if you needed to carry something, as opposed to, well, I'm just going to get me a big ass pickup truck because, well, they don't make the El Camino anymore. That an El Camino in a hybrid, just between you and me, I'd get one of those. And I don't even need a damn car.
Whoa.
But I mean, that would be that is something I think that would really work.
2 comments, then we've got another story, then we've got our favorite segment of the show. First comment, caredge.com/negative. We are doing a negative equity research study with our friends over at Black Book. The link is at the top of the description down below. If you have a vehicle and you are financing that vehicle or paying off an auto loan, you can participate. It's 100% free. We're going to share the results widely here on CarEdge Live and over on the CarEdge channel, and of course back at caredge.com. caredge.com/negative. Please participate in that if you have an auto loan. Second,
wait, can I say something? That wouldn't most people associate caredge.com/negative as everything we do? Wouldn't I
second,
mean?
Second. Oh my God! I got balloons. How did I get balloons?
Because I'm right. People look at us and they go, "Oh, these guys are just negative about everything." So, if you type in caredge.com/negative, they just figure it's our normal everyday channel, and it's got nothing to do with negative equity. It's just the boys being boys.
Second, for those of you continuing to call me Snowflake in the chat, I actually take that as a term of endearment. I think you should say Zach is very handsome. That pisses me off immensely. And so more people that comment that will actually just make me very distraught. So Snowflake, I like.
Yeah.
So you can call me that, but you're complimenting me. But if you just say Zach is very handsome and intelligent and smart, that'll really bust my chops. So more power to you.
In other words, you could say he's a smart ass because he's got a handsome ass that's smart.
F&I data, auto loan denial rates rise to 19%. 19% of people seeking auto loans in the last 12 months through June were denied. That's up from 14% a year earlier. That data comes from the New York Fed. No wonder these automakers are struggling. Pops, the people that might want to buy their vehicles, they can't get approved for an auto loan.
And once again, I thought the Nile was a river in Egypt. But apparently it means you ain't getting that car loan. 19%. That's 1/5. That's
1 out of 5 people applying for an auto loan right now are getting denied. Not getting approved at a high rate, getting denied.
Yes, that's troubling. That to me is a troubling headline when fully 1 out of 5 people who apply for a car loan can't get it at any rate. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Seriously.
And by the way, folks, I won't co-sign for you. Okay? I could, but I won't. Okay, I'm just
We've
saying.
got from Baron Pops Plymouth Prowler Hybrid. That could be coming back soon.
Yeah. I'm sticking with the El Camino. I would get an El Camino just so I could put my Mini in the bed.
All right, let's go to our favorite segment of the show, Pops.
I thought we've been doing it the whole day. Really? You gotta be kidding me.
Toyota, baby. Toyota back in the news. Thank you to the CarEdge community member that shared this with us. I posted it over on Twitter, I guess X. The headline is Toyota confirms third-party data breach impacting customers. Yuck. What happened here?
How many? How many customers? 1, 2, 10, 15?
Not 5, 10, 15. Lots of customers.
I like that. I once had an ad salesperson from the Philadelphia Inquirer when they actually had circulation to talk about. And he came into the store, was Admiral Nissan in Pleasantville, New Jersey at the time. And his pitch was, I guarantee you that if you place an ad in the Philadelphia Inquirer, yes, it will be seen by, lots of people. Well, how many? Lots.
A hacking group, Dad, called 07 Group. They leaked 240 gigabytes of files with information on Toyota employees and customers, as well as contracts and financial information.
Ooh.
So if I go down here, we can see what they've said. We have hacked a branch of the United States to one of the biggest automotive manufacturers in the world, Toyota. We are really glad to share the files with you here for free. The contents include everything like contacts, finance, customers, schemes, employees, photos, databases, network infrastructure, emails, and a lot of perfect data. There you go, Dad.
You're a data guy.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me what perfect data is?
It's the best data you can get your hands on, baby.
Oh, I like that.
You don't want that good data or that better data. You want
that
data.
perfect data.
That perfect data.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Toyota dealing with some hackers, man. No bueno.
Yeah. Well, it is. Let's face it. At a certain point, everybody in the world, their information will be shared with, everybody else in the world. So at a certain point in time, we will all be able to assume whatever identity fits us for that particular day. Okay. Because that's how crazy it's getting.
I mean, Dad, bank finance contracts have everything on it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what was it that every Social Security number has been hacked? I mean, think about it. There's 330 million Americans. There's more than 330 million Social Security. I mean, at what point will you even know who the hell you are? Will your identity really ever be your identity ever again? Or can you just decide who you want to be on any given day and be that person? It is that crazy.
Yeah. And these automakers are not immune to it. The banks are not immune to it. And again, that's a big story today. What happened?
Nobody's immune to it.
Yeah.
Okay. And the only way people will know that it's me is because my voice will get high pitched every time I get excited. Because there's no way to hide that. And oh, Lord.
Dad, we had a very thoughtful contribution come in from Michael. Thank you, Michael. This is incredibly kind and generous. Like Ray, Zach is entitled to his opinion, and he's not a typical 20-year-old. Zach created dozens of jobs while others in their 20s expect $150,000 starting salaries only for their illegitimate sense of entitlement. Keep up. Wow. Thank you, Michael. There are about 90 people that touch CarEdge and make a living from CarEdge. So yes. I'm incredibly proud of that. And also every night go to bed with a moderate amount of anxiety because that's really scary.
You are what some have referred to, many politicians have referred to, as a job creator. So you are doing for an alleged snowflake, according to some of our viewers.
Which I don't even know what that means. So I have no clue. If we're offending people by saying that, I don't know, man. I don't know what that means.
But my point is, for those who allegedly think you might be a snowflake, you have created 90 plus jobs. You were doing the things that help to make America a great place to be. You are an entrepreneur who comes up with ideas and puts his own money behind those ideas so that he can try and grow something and create jobs for others. And if that is a snowflake, then by all means, I would like to be one. There you have it. I can't stand up for you better than I just did. And no, he's not 20.
You're absolutely killing it, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. People take shots at us all day long. All day.
I just gave you a layup, man. I just gave you a layup.
I didn't hear what you said.
You're killing it.
Well, thank you. But thank you. I appreciate it.
The recall. You got to do the recall. 15 minutes ago, I was busting your balls about killing it.
Whatever. I'm killing it. Thank you. Not literally, just figuratively, but
And also in your opinion.
in my opinion. But really, people take shots at us all day long.
Yeah.
Which is fine. We're to some degree in the public eye, to a really
yes.
small degree, public figures. And yeah, so people take shots at us all day long. But I don't know too many 29-year-olds who have created a business like this. Yeah, I could be this now. Who have created a business like this, who employs so many people at 29 years old. And you want to bust his balls because he doesn't want his father saying, well, if the dealers could get their hands on him, they'd kill him. Come on. First of all, his father's probably really shouldn't have said that. Okay. Okay. That's number one. But come on, stop busting his balls. I mean, Jesus, he's done more in 29 years than most people do in their entire lives.
Thank you, Dad. Appreciate that. The past couple of months have been very, very difficult for me, very challenging, lots of introspection. So hearing you say that means a lot to me, especially.
It's true.
Thank you.
It's true.
All right, let's go back to the chat here. We've got from Baron, snowflake equals easily offended, scared of cancellation. I don't. From Rich, thank you, Rich. Raise his own man, deal with it. Thank you for that, Rich. From Timothy, thank you, Timothy. People are angry because Zach has a loving dad and makes more money than them. Laugh my butt off. I don't know about the makes more money part, but appreciate that, Timothy. And we've got here from Ray. Thank you, Ray. GM had an El Camino they could have released, the Hold Ute and the Holden Ute Malo as the El Camino SS. Instead, they ended.
Yeah, isn't that an Australian brand?
Holden? You know more than me, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they really, I mean, I'm not going to suggest they're missing the boat there, but damn it, they're missing the boat there.
They got an opportunity.
I think we should just create an El Camino. Okay, I don't know what we could call it because, well, they own the name, but we could call it the El Cameo. People won't realize that some of the letters are missing. And there is a market for that vehicle. People would go crazy for that. I'm just telling you, they would.
Folks, if we can help you out with anything, CarEdge.com. Again, we have the car search. We have our car buying and leasing services, the car buying toolkits, so you can negotiate the best price when you do it yourself. If you need to sell a vehicle, we can help you with that. Warranty and protection products off $150 between now and the end of the month. Research, everything under here is free. Please take advantage of those resources. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern, for another episode of News You Can Use here on CarEdge Live. Again, name change happening this afternoon. Stay tuned for that. Dad, I love you. Thank you very much.
I love you as well. And I look forward to spending more time with you tomorrow.
See you guys.